The thought of an economic collapse is enough to send shivers down anyone's spine. It's a grim specter, one that can strike without warning, dismantling lives, savings, and even entire infrastructures in the blink of an eye. Imagine waking up one morning to find that money has lost its value, grocery stores are stripped bare, and desperation looms in every corner. The comforting pillars of modern society, banks, governments, and commerce impossibly crumble, leaving chaos in their wake. For most, the concept remains a distant nightmare, its likelihood dismissed as improbable or exaggerated. But history tells a different story. From the Great Depression to the devastating financial crises in Argentina and Venezuela, economic ruin has repeatedly devastated nations, rendering countless families helpless in its wake. No one is immune. The scariest part? An economic collapse doesn't arrive with ringing bells or flashing lights. It creeps up quietly: stock market instability, a sudden wave of unemployment, spiraling debt, or a currency plunge. Before you know it, the systems we rely on every day have collapsed, leaving individuals to fend for themselves in a hostile world. The illusion of safety dissolves in an instant, replaced by scarcity, fear, and even violence as resources become increasingly scarce. Picture streets no longer bustling with thriving businesses, but overrun by panic-stricken crowds desperate for survival. The power grid fades to black, communication grinds to a halt, and trust between neighbors shatters under the weight of the unfolding crisis. The modern conveniences we take for granted: clean water, electricity, access to food, go from essentials to unattainable luxuries. Understanding how to prepare and survive such a chilling scenario isn't just a lesson in self-reliance, it might be the key to staying alive when the unthinkable becomes a reality. Will you be ready? 1. Stock up gradually. One of the most effective ways to prepare for an economic collapse is to stock up gradually on essential supplies. By intentionally purchasing a few extra non-perishable items during each grocery trip, you can build a robust stockpile over time without placing undue strain on your current budget. This method ensures a practical, manageable approach to securing the resources you might need in times of scarcity or financial instability. Start by focusing on non-perishable staples that have a long shelf life and offer versatility in daily use. Items such as canned goods, rice, pasta, beans, flour, sugar, and powdered milk are excellent examples of foods that can be stored for extended periods while providing essential nutrients for your household. Similarly, products like paper towels, toilet paper, soaps, and cleaning supplies are just as important, as they help maintain hygiene and comfort during uncertain times. By consistently adding a small number of these essentials to your shopping cart, you'll build a sense of preparedness without feeling overburdened. This method also helps avoid the pitfalls of bulk buying in a rush, which can lead to overspending or even panic buying. Economic uncertainty often makes people feel anxious about having enough, but gradual purchasing eliminates impulsive decisions and instead fosters measured preparation. Additionally, this approach lets you monitor expiration dates and consumption habits, ensuring that nothing goes to waste, and your stockpile is tailored to your family's actual needs. Rotating items by using older goods first during regular meals will help maintain freshness, so your resources remain useful when needed most. Building a reserve in this deliberate, steady manner can provide peace of mind in knowing that you're better prepared to handle potential disruptions to supply chains or personal finances. Preparation isn't about fear, but about empowering yourself to adapt and endure challenging circumstances. Stocking up gradually is a proactive, sustainable strategy for surviving economic uncertainty without creating unnecessary financial stress in the present. 2. Learn new skills. One of the most effective ways to prepare for and survive an economic collapse is to cultivate practical, self-reliant skills. During challenging financial times, relying less on external services and learning how to meet your basic needs can significantly reduce costs and increase resilience. Begin by setting a goal to practice one new skill every week. This gradual learning approach allows you to build up a versatile and useful skill set over time. Start with simple and essential skills, such as gardening to grow your own food, fishing to secure a sustainable protein source, or sewing buttons and mending clothes to extend the life of your wardrobe, a particularly effective way to save money. Additionally, exploring less commonly practiced skills, like making homemade soap or cooking meals from scratch, can provide long-term financial relief. Not only do these activities reduce dependence on store-bought products, but they can also improve the quality of life by cutting out unnecessary additives often found in pre-packaged items. Even seemingly small tasks, such as hanging clothes on a line to dry instead of using a dryer, can significantly lower utility bills over time. These small steps add up, creating noticeable financial benefits. The value of these skills goes beyond saving money. They can become essential survival tools when resources are scarce. For example, gardening supports food security, while bartering handmade goods or homegrown produce can be a lifeline during an economic downturn. The knowledge and independence gained through these efforts instill confidence, making it easier to adapt to unforeseen hardships. By dedicating time to learning and refining practical skills now, individuals can avoid the panic of being unprepared later. These abilities may seem old-fashioned, but they provide a critical safety net during uncertain times. Whether through bartering, saving costs, or simply fostering resourcefulness, learning new skills is a proactive and empowering way to face economic challenges head-on. 3. Develop bartering skills. Bartering is an invaluable skill during times of economic collapse when traditional currencies may lose their value or become inaccessible. To thrive in such situations, it is essential to develop your bartering skills and focus on identifying resources, talents, and goods that you can trade effectively. The principle of barter relies on the mutual exchange of goods or services without the need for money, making it a key survival strategy when financial systems fail. Start by assessing your personal skills and abilities that could be useful to others. Practical skills, such as gardening, carpentry, or nursing, are particularly valuable because they address fundamental human needs like food, shelter, and health. For example, if you're skilled in gardening, you can grow and trade fresh produce with others who may need sustenance. Similarly, carpentry skills may be bartered for repairs or building shelter, and nursing skills can be exchanged for vital assistance like food or protection. Providing physical labor, such as chopping firewood or moving heavy items, can also become an essential service in exchange for necessary goods. Beyond skills, having tangible and practical goods to barter is just as important. While gold and other precious metals are often associated with holding value, they may not be as useful as essentials during an economic collapse. Items like canned food, dried grains, water filtration tools, and medical supplies hold significant bartering power because they address immediate survival needs. Spices, seeds, or even hygiene products can also be highly sought after in times of scarcity. By stocking up on these critical items, you can not only secure your own basic needs but also trade them for other essentials that you may lack. Practice and preparation are crucial for bartering effectively. Build relationships with your community or network to familiarize yourself with what others may have or need. Hone your negotiation skills to ensure fair and mutually beneficial exchanges. Bartering is more than just a survival mechanism. It fosters collaboration, creativity, and resourcefulness, ensuring that communities can pull through challenging times together. 4. Stockpile essentials over gold. When preparing for an economic collapse, it is crucial to put your focus on practical essentials rather than hoarding gold or other precious metals. While gold might traditionally be considered a safeguard against inflation or currency devaluation, it offers limited utility in true survival scenarios. During an economic crisis, when markets are disrupted and basic goods become scarce, what matters most are the resources that sustain life and improve daily living. Start by stockpiling essential food items that have a long shelf life. Staples such as flour, sugar, coffee, and salt are invaluable as they not only provide nutrition and energy, but are also versatile for cooking and preservation. These items can be used to make bread, season meals, or simply enhance the taste of otherwise bland food. Additionally, spices become a small yet important luxury during troubled times. They serve to flavor food and boost morale, which is important in maintaining a positive mental state during prolonged crises. Water is another critical resource. Ensure access to clean, drinkable water by preparing water purification tools and supplies such as bleach tablets. Water purification systems are a necessity to make unsafe water potable, protecting your health and that of your family. Stockpiling and securing water sources should remain a significant priority. Furthermore, these necessities possess value as barter items. When currency fails, small, essential goods often replace it as the primary form of trade. A bag of sugar or coffee beans could be exchanged for other much-needed supplies like clothing, fuel, or medicine. Gold, while valuable, lacks this inherent utility in such situations. Ultimately, the key to survival during economic uncertainty lies in practical preparation tailored to immediate human needs. Essentials such as food, water, and tools trump gold and silver because they provide both sustenance and substantial barter value in a disrupted economy. Stockpiling these essentials is an investment in resilience and adaptability, ensuring you and your loved ones are better positioned to face the challenges of an economic collapse. 5. Waste nothing. One of the most important strategies to survive an economic collapse is to adopt a waste-nothing mindset. Making full use of every resource you have available not only stretches your supplies but also fosters resilience and creativity during difficult times. By learning to maximize what you already have, you can significantly reduce unnecessary expenses and make your household more sustainable. When it comes to food, for example, waste can be minimized by getting creative with leftovers and scraps. Rather than throwing away vegetable juice from cooking, it can be saved and used as a base for soups, stews, or even to add flavor to rice and pasta dishes. Instead of discarding fat drippings after cooking meat, they can be reused to make savory gravies or even crafted into homemade soaps or moisturizing hand salves. Similarly, the syrups from canned fruits can add a burst of flavor when incorporated into baked goods like muffins, cakes, or cookies. By rethinking food scraps as ingredients, you save money while preventing waste in the kitchen. Beyond food, repurposing and repairing household items can also be a key aspect of a waste-free lifestyle. For instance, old clothes don't need to be thrown away, they can be transformed into cleaning rags or crafting supplies. Buttons, zippers, and fabric scraps from worn-out garments can be saved for repairs or sewing projects, letting you extend the life of other clothing. By practicing these habits, you reduce the need to purchase new items and make the most of what you already own. Additionally, being mindful of how you use leftovers in your meals can help stretch your food supply and maintain a balanced budget. This could mean turning last night's roasted vegetables into a hearty frittata, or using leftover bones to make nutrient-rich broth for future soups. The goal is to evaluate everything for its potential second life. Adopting a waste-nothing philosophy requires effort and planning, but the potential savings and sustainability it fosters can be critical in times of economic struggle. Small changes in how you view waste can lead to profound results, ensuring every resource is used to its fullest. 6. Form and maintain relationships. During an economic collapse, strong relationships can serve as a powerful support system, making this principle vital for survival. Building and maintaining good relationships with your community enhances trust and cooperation, which are crucial when resources become scarce and mutual assistance becomes essential. This approach is not only practical but also helps foster goodwill, creating a safety net for challenging times. One way to form and nurture relationships is by practicing small acts of kindness. Sharing homemade goods like bread, cookies, or other items with neighbors, delivery drivers, or fellow church members can go a long way in building a sense of community. These gestures demonstrate thoughtfulness and generosity, making it easier to establish connections based on trust and goodwill. Alongside this, offering help where it's needed, whether it's assisting with small tasks, running errands, or simply being available to lend a hand, leaves a positive impression on those around you. Friendly conversations are another key part of forming relationships. Taking the time to get to know your neighbors and showing genuine interest in their lives builds rapport and strengthens ties. A smile, a kind word, or a listening ear can make a significant difference in how you are perceived within your community. People are more likely to reciprocate goodwill and offer their help during hard times when a foundation of trust and friendliness has already been established. Developing relationships now is an investment in the future. During an economic collapse, individuals often rely on one another to trade goods, share skills, or offer support in times of need. A strong community decreases isolation and increases shared resources and knowledge, which can be instrumental in overcoming challenges. By being kind, neighborly, and proactive, you create an environment where cooperation thrives, strengthening everyone's ability to survive and adapt to difficult circumstances. Relationships are not just about emotional support, they are a resource that can help sustain you through the worst economic realities. 7. Prepare mentally and physically. Mental and physical preparation are crucial for surviving an economic collapse. These skills and mindsets help individuals withstand the challenges of scarcity, discomfort, and unpredictability. The ability to adapt and thrive begins with adjusting your expectations and fostering a sense of resilience. One way to prepare is by gradually acclimating to less comfortable living conditions. For instance, during winter, you can lower indoor heating temperatures gradually. This practice not only reduces dependency on utilities but also helps your body adapt to colder environments. By getting comfortable with discomfort in small, manageable increments, you build a tolerance for more significant challenges that may arise during tough economic periods. Economic downturns are often accompanied by physical and emotional hardships. Accepting that exhaustion, cold, and occasional physical pain may become part of life helps set realistic expectations. Acknowledging these possibilities early on allows you to mentally prepare, reducing the chances of being overwhelmed when hardships arise. Rather than dwelling on complaints, practicing resilience can shift your focus to problem-solving and perseverance. Additionally, self-reliance becomes a key pillar of survival in such situations. Working on your abilities, such as learning essential skills, troubleshooting problems, and maintaining a resourceful mindset, ensures that you can manage obstacles independently. Encouraging teamwork and collaboration within your family or community is equally important. Together you can share burdens, delegate roles, and support one another, making the struggle less isolating and more manageable. By adopting these habits before a crisis occurs, you not only cultivate resilience, but you also make adjustments that can significantly ease the transition into a more self-sufficient and frugal lifestyle. Preparing mentally and physically might not eliminate challenges during an economic collapse, but it equips you with the strength and determination to face them head-on. Building these capabilities now will empower you to survive and, potentially, even thrive in the face of adversity. 8. Plan for water and food security. Ensuring water and food security is one of the most critical steps to survive an economic collapse. During times of crisis, access to clean water and reliable food sources can become limited or disrupted, leading to dire consequences. Preparing in advance by investing in resources such as water filtration systems can make a significant difference in maintaining health and well-being. Water is essential for survival, and having measures in place to purify and store it is vital. By securing a dependable source of clean water, you not only safeguard yourself and your family but also reduce dependence on uncertain external suppliers. Beyond personal preparation, water filtration systems can serve as a valuable commodity. Consider offering clean water or water filtration services to others in exchange for goods or services. When traditional monetary systems falter, bartering becomes a useful alternative for acquiring necessities. This strategy turns water security into both a survival tactic and a potential trade resource, helping you adapt efficiently in a collapsing economy. Similarly, food security should be a top priority. Stockpiling non-perishable food items, such as canned goods, rice, beans, and other long-lasting staples, can provide sustenance over extended periods. It is also beneficial to develop a self-sustaining food supply by growing your own fruits, vegetables, and herbs. Starting a small garden or even utilizing indoor growing methods like hydroponics ensures a continuous source of fresh, nutritious food. Relying on your own produce minimizes dependence on unstable supply chains. Additionally, consider learning skills like canning or preserving food to extend the shelf life of your harvest. Such skills can ensure that even surplus food does not go to waste and can be stored for future use or bartered when necessary. Combining water and food strategies with a proactive mindset will put you in a stronger position to endure economic hardships and maintain stability. Planning for these essentials not only ensures your survival but also empowers you to assist others, fostering a community-driven approach to resilience. 9. Learn basic cooking and stretching resources. One of the most crucial skills in surviving an economic collapse is mastering basic cooking techniques and the ability to stretch food resources effectively. Being able to cook from scratch not only saves money but also provides greater control over your ingredients, ensuring you feed yourself and your family without relying on expensive or processed foods. For example, knowing how to make staple foods like bread, crackers, and pancakes can keep meals inexpensive and filling, even when fresh groceries or luxury items are limited. Additionally, repurposing ingredients like drippings into gravy or broth means you're wasting less and maximizing the nutritional potential of everything you have. Efficiency becomes paramount in challenging times, and learning how to creatively cook with leftovers can make a big difference in reducing food waste. Instead of discarding scraps or day-old meals, transform these components into entirely new dishes. For instance, yesterday's roast chicken can be turned into a hearty soup or flavorful stir-fry. Similarly, vegetable scraps can be used to create homemade stock, further extending your resources. To develop these skills, seek out resources like beginner-friendly guides or cookbooks focused on practical recipes that use widely available and affordable ingredients. Numerous free or low-cost cooking tutorials are also available online, offering step-by-step instructions on everything from making dough to preparing meals in bulk. Learning simple but versatile recipes empowers you to adapt to what's on hand, even during shortages. Beyond cooking, stretching what you have often comes down to resourcefulness and preparation. Items like beans, rice, and flour can be purchased in bulk and stored for long periods, serving as the building blocks of many meals. Make it a habit to practice meal planning, which not only reduces unnecessary purchases but also ensures nothing goes to waste. By acquiring these fundamental skills and adopting a mindful approach to food management, you'll be better equipped to weather economic hardships. Cooking and resource stretching aren't just survival mechanisms, they're invaluable life skills that promote resilience and independence. 10. Practice self-sufficiency. One of the most vital steps to surviving an economic collapse is cultivating self-sufficiency. Relying solely on external help, government aid, or traditional supply chains can leave you vulnerable in times of crisis. By taking proactive measures now, you can increase your ability to sustain yourself and your family, significantly reducing dependence on external factors during turbulent times. Start by evaluating your current lifestyle to identify areas where you can make gradual but meaningful changes. For example, learning basic skills like gardening, cooking from scratch, sewing, or even basic repair work can be beneficial. Growing your own food, even in small quantities, can act as a buffer against food shortages or inflated prices. A home garden, for instance, can provide fresh produce while decreasing your reliance on grocery stores, which may see disruptions in an economic collapse. Stockpiling essential items is another crucial step towards self-sufficiency. Focus on building a reserve of non-perishable goods, clean water, and other critical supplies like medications or first aid materials. Make sure to rotate your stock regularly to prevent waste. Being prepared with basic survival necessities ensures that you can weather the initial impact of an economic downturn without scrambling to obtain scarce resources. Besides material preparedness, cultivating a mindset of resourcefulness and adaptability is equally important. Understand how to repurpose items and solve problems creatively. For instance, learning how to repair tools, maintain your home, or create homemade alternatives to store-bought products can provide long-term cost savings and reduce dependency on outside assistance. Additionally, take steps to become more energy self-reliant. This could involve investing in solar panels, installing a rainwater collection system, or reducing your household's energy consumption. While this may require an initial investment, it can offer significant savings and ensure stability if utilities become unreliable or unaffordable. By gradually implementing these self-sufficiency practices now, you can build a solid foundation of independence. This not only prepares you for economic challenges, but also fosters resilience and security for the future. 11 resources and tools to prepare. Utilizing the right resources and tools can make a significant difference in navigating an economic collapse. Preparation involves not only accessing information, but also practicing essential skills that can make sustainable living more manageable. For individuals and families aiming to survive tough times, taking advantage of readily available guides, videos, and cookbooks can serve as a solid foundation. First, rely on educational materials such as videos that teach fundamental skills. Something as simple as hanging clothes on a line may seem outdated to some, but it can save money and energy when utilities are limited or unaffordable. These videos ensure that even novices can acquire practical skills quickly, building confidence in handling day-to-day tasks without relying heavily on modern conveniences. Another key resource is free Stockpile cookbooks that demonstrate how to stretch food supplies and prepare nutritious meals from limited ingredients. These cookbooks focus on frugal yet balanced meals, ensuring households make the most of their food reserves while avoiding waste. Such tools are particularly crucial during economic hardship, when expensive grocery trips or dining out may no longer be viable options. Developing skills in meal preparation and food preservation goes a long way in maintaining health and reducing stress during challenging times. Additionally, other tools focus on sustainable and frugal living practices. These might include guides on gardening, composting, or harvesting rainwater. With these methods, individuals can grow their own food, manage waste efficiently, and maintain access to clean water. Investing time in these practices before an economic collapse occurs can provide long-term benefits and reduce dependency on external systems. By proactively using these resources and tools, individuals position themselves for greater resilience. Preparation doesn't just give you valuable knowledge, it fosters a mindset of self-sufficiency. Economic collapses bring uncertainty, but with the right resources and practical preparation, people can adapt, thrive, and maintain a sense of stability even in extreme circumstances. 12. Adopt positive attitude and proactive action. Adopting a positive attitude combined with proactive action is a critical strategy for navigating the complexities of an economic collapse. In periods of uncertainty and hardship, maintaining resilience and fostering optimism can serve as a psychological anchor, keeping you focused and steady even amidst external turmoil. By choosing to confront challenges with determination rather than fear, you'll be in a stronger position to make sound decisions and identify opportunities where others see only obstacles. Positive thinking alone is not enough. It must be coupled with proactive measures to build a sustainable foundation. Implementing sustainable habits now, not when the crisis hits, can greatly ease the transition into tougher times. This could involve learning to grow your own food, reducing energy consumption at home, or developing skills that allow you to repair and reuse items rather than relying on constant purchases. These practices not only prepare you for financial strains but also instill a sense of independence and self-reliance, which are crucial during widespread economic challenges. Proactivity also means anticipating the needs of others and positioning yourself to meet those demands ahead of time. During an economic collapse, goods and services that cater to essential human needs such as food, water, energy, and medical care often become scarce or expensive. Understanding what people will prioritize in times of economic difficulty can enable you to pivot your skills, resources, or business endeavors toward fulfilling those needs, thus creating an opportunity to generate income or barter effectively. For instance, if you're skilled in gardening, carpentry, or home repairs, these can provide immense value as communities grapple with limited access to professional services. Ultimately, combining mental resilience with forward-thinking action helps you stay adaptable in a volatile environment. A positive attitude will provide the strength to weather emotional challenges, while proactive steps will ensure you are as prepared as possible to mitigate the practical effects of economic collapse. Together, these traits form a robust framework for survival and growth during even the most difficult times.